Hello humans and non-humans. I'm Naomi Beth and I call myself the Naughty Oracle, and this video is all about how did I get here? How did I get to become the Naughty Oracle? It's been a rough ride, but I did do it. Okay, I came to this space by working on myself every day. I know you don't want to hear that. I think you want to go, give me the self-help thing, but I wanted to do it in 2 minutes. No, it took me 30 years. 30 years of working on myself, of clearing ancestral lineage, of clearing the energies around me, of clearing my belief system, of clearing my emotions. Tough stuff. So there is no time limit on getting to where you need to be right now. I think that's very important to know. I know a lot of people are patient. It's like, oh, well, I want the quick fix. I've got to do it now so that I can be there. It's like, no, you don't. You have your whole lifetime, or you have many lifetimes. Yes, I believe in past lives. So let's see some of the things that I believe in. So I believe in past lives. I believe in souls. So when we die, we have a soul that leaves our physical body. So this is just like an earth ship that we carry around with us to help us live a life on this planet. I believe in other planets and other beings on other planets. I believe in higher sources of light. I believe in density. I believe in demonic energies, and I believe in negative energies, and I believe in denser situations. I believe in lighter situations. I believe in whatever else that comes along. I believe in karma. And there's good karma and bad karma, but there is karma that you have to live through and maybe change and cut the patterns. I believe in breaking patterns. I believe in unicorns in energy work. I believe in tribal facets all over the world. They're very important. They're tribal aspects. I believe in the power of crystals. We have to be very particular about the crystals. I believe in witchcraft, but I would also like to acknowledge the good witches out there. Those who are breaking all the curses and spells of all the black magic that's happened over the centuries of this earth plane. So I believe in a lot of things that normal people don't believe in, but it all serves a purpose, because as I opened up my intuition, this stuff just kept coming and coming and coming until I said, right, that's a curse. Right, we're going to clear that as a curse. And when I did that, it was like gone. And I'm like, oh, I need to, understand that it does have... there is an acknowledgement that needs to happen. So you need to acknowledge that, yes, that's, a being from another planet. Right, are you here for good, or are you here to be menacing? If you're here to be menacing, ping off. Don't want anything to do with you, okay? Go to another planet or disappear. And otherwise, you are here to create good and help. And that's becoming discernment about what you're achieving. So how did I get to be the Naughty Oracle? I do digress. I floater off, but that's okay. So in the last video, I explained that I ended up with chronic fatigue syndrome about 18, 19. And that was the start of my journey. The doctors were bewildered, couldn't help me because they didn't have the knowledge to help. So I looked elsewhere in wellbeing magazines and things like that. And then I started to notice Reiki, and I came into Reiki. And as I started doing my Reiki sessions, mainly on myself, I tried to do other people. I wanted to get out of the teaching business and go into the healing business. And it was like, wasn't working because at that time I'd met my husband, we got married, so we did the whole thing. I did the whole lifetime of 20 years of growing two lovely, beautiful young men into existence. And gee, that's a tough ride, being a parent. Whew. Okay. I think if we understood how much work it takes to be parents, we'd be extinct right now. Because sometimes it's like, and I've lost my whole self and I don't know who I am anymore. And I'm just coming back now that both my boys have left home. I'm an empty nester and I'm loving it because I'm able to get back into my true self of who I was when I was 20. It's like, hello, when I was finding myself, and then it's sort of like, and then I had to fit in and go and get married and go and have kids. And so I had to do the earth thing and, and play the game. And so I did that. And now it's like, I don't have to play the game anymore. Amazing freedom when you understand that you don't have to play the game. You don't have to play this earth game. So I became the naughty oracle because I came back to my source, and I love swearing and I love telling you like it is, and I love, just going, oh no, that's crap. I'm not dealing with that. That's my true self. So it's like, so if you want to know me and want to know if that outfit fits you or not, I'll go, nah, your ass is big in that. I'm one of those good friends that'll do that for you and go, nah. Or maybe let's try doing it this way. Or maybe we should put a jacket over those arms. Yes. That's okay. I don't care. All right. So the naughty oracle showed its face to me as I was transitioning into an empty nester. And my husband and I love our children, but we do love having our space back again. And it's been like, and when you think of it, that it's been 20 years since you haven't had to look after somebody else. Oh my gosh, that's like freedom off your shoulders. So it's very interesting when that change of your lifetime turns up. So I do enjoy it at this current time. It might change. I might get really lonely and need their company. But, these days we can pop on and do FaceTime and chat, and we're always connected. So it's not like when I was growing up, and when you left home, it was like a phone call, once a week, if that. Now it's like texting and stuff, so you're in contact with your kids all the time. Right, so that's how I got here. I lived on the farm for a good 15 years. Yep, 15 years. I'm trying to remember how old my kids were when we moved into the town here. Anyway, so 15 years, lived on a farm, married the farmer. We met down the local pub. Yes, we did, because I was teaching and he was farming. And yeah, anyway, so that's how we became that. So through all those trials and tribulations, I had to learn how to be a farmer's wife, and I'm not good at that. I'm terrible. I'm a hopeless farmer's wife. My husband is a great farmer, but he's not your normal farmer either. So he's more of a bogan, as we call him out here, a rev head. He's into the car scene and stuff like that, and I love him for that because, and he'll tell me like it is as well, which is awesome. So we shift off each other and that sort of thing. So he has his thing, I have my thing. He doesn't really understand the work that I do. He's got some idea from living with me for 25 years or more, but he doesn't really understand. But that's okay, because he's here, I'm here, and then we come together with friends and and some good times, and you get on the grog together and have a few drinks and enjoy each other's company. So it's about just having that good friendship base as well in a long-term relationship. So not only do we love each other and we're each other's addictions. I like to call it. I'm addicted to him. I can't get away from him, and he's the same with me. We're addicted to each other, and it's lovely to have that. It's also nice to have that friendship where we can sit down and go, no, that's not, you're full of shit. Don't be silly, Naomi. Okay, all right, darling. We won't do that then. And that's good. And, it doesn't it doesn't trigger us or anything like that to have that. And so we have that relationship where we can do that. So that's awesome. So I became the Naughty Oracle from sitting down and looking at card decks. So I've got a whole heap of card decks, and I'm trying to find perspective. And what am I going to be doing once the kids leave? You know, the kids have left school. What am I meant to be doing now? And so I sat down there with myself. Normally I'm like, oh, stuff this shit. So I went and grabbed a couple of beers, sat with my husband. You know, we have a beautiful comfy chairs out in the media room, and sitting there watching whatever's on TV. I don't know, he was watching his YouTube car videos. So I'm sitting there going, oh, this is crap. I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life. And so I sat down with a notebook, and I tried to do the Oracle card decks and did some Oracle cards and went, no, these are not for me. This is too airy-fairy. Oh, this is full of shit. Oh, my God, I don't want to hear that love's going to conquer all again. This is crap. So I'm like, right, I need some real stuff. So I need real things to tell me, no, this is what's happening. This is what you need to do. What are we clearing today? Why is that emotion here? So it's that functional, mathematically logical, okay, being the maths teacher that I am, mathematically logical, step by step, what to do with the energies of what's carrying through my system right now and what I'm processing. I'm going to write my own bloody card deck. That's what I'm doing. So I got out my little book. So I get out a notebook and I start just writing out all these things. It's things like cat chat, because my cat's there and he's a little asshole. But in cat chat, and so it's like, okay, the psychic sight thing. Oh, connect to your psychic sight, because cats are very psychic. They see. So my cat will sit in front of me and open his eyes wide and just look at me, and then look up above my head, and at things floating around my head, and I'm like, oh, fuck, really? Okay. So I have to do a clearing when he does that, because he'll look and go, ding, 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 ding. Oh, there's shit around my head. Okay, let's clear that. All right. And so then I sit there and do my clearings on my head. And then he'll go and sit down and comfort and close his eyes and go to sleep. And I'm like, okay. So that was the message from him. So his little cat chat. So, and he likes to open portals and things anyway. So that's one of the cards. So we'll leave it at that. And when the deck comes out, you'll see it. But so there was lots of different things that came out, and it's naughty. That's all it is. It's just naughty. And it's meant to be naughty, and it's meant to be lighthearted, and it's meant to be a bit of fun, but it also has practicalities to it. So you can get help from the deck, because what I've done is done all the naughty talk about what the card means, but then you get questions that you can ask yourself to process that stuff, and then you get an affirmation statement to say to help clear that stuff. So you can do these cards on a daily basis and clear different things every day, or you can be on one card and clearing it for the whole week if that's what your body needs to process, if that's the timeline. So just think about that. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you my deck that I currently use at the moment, that I have made myself, and it is just the cards laminated. So this is the deck that I use, and I have my big book that's there. It should be in the smaller form book, but that's coming. That's being published right now. So I became the Naughty Oracle because I wanted to share my weirdness with the world. And I think it's needed because we are so serious right now. So let's have a look and see what card wants to introduce itself for the first time. In my new YouTube channel, which card would like to come out right now to introduce itself to the introduction of this deck that I have created? Whoa, and we have one here. Oh, it's not a very interesting one, but it's one that you could probably relate with if you've watched the last videos. Okay, your soul is fucked off. Retrieve it back. Okay. All right. I'll get it back. I think we need more. Okay, who else wants to come in? with this, the soul that's fucked off. Oh, straight away, that's a bit stronger. Okay, this is an interesting one. Shitful shadow side. So you balance your good, bad, and ugly. See him shoot in the toilet. All right, one more. Let's see who else can come out. And let's join it all together with something nicer, maybe. They're probably the worst. They're the hardest two cards that have come out first to introduce, which is hilarious. So, hey! All right. So this one, shitting rainbows kind of day. It's time to release the guilt. All right? So you can shit rainbows and release the guilt about it. So do you see a beautiful God up there or the higher presence shitting the rainbows? So it's his shit, but it comes out as rainbows on us. We wouldn't have a freaking clue, would we? There is nothing that says it's not. Anyway, so this is my card deck. I'll be sharing it as we go along for the rest of the year as it's being published and as it's going through. I work with it every day. So I'm going to just read to you the shitting rainbows one, I think. I think we'll just end up with that one. Let me just find it in my book. So release guilt. Do something you love today. Self-care is needed. You are literally fucked and cannot move forward without self-care. You also cannot move forward if you carry the guilt associated with giving yourself self-care. So release that too. Take time out for yourself in whatever form you need right now. Have a massage, go to the toilet by yourself. Oh yeah, you mummies know what I'm talking about. Sit on your ass and watch your favourite movie. So today you need at least 10 minutes just for you without any fucking guilt, please. So fuck guilt. It does not live here anymore. It never needs to live here ever again, and let that motherfucker go. So here's some questions to ask yourself. Do you need to remove the guilt, and what guilt is holding you back? What relationship do you have with guilt? What self-care can you bring into your day without any guilt attached? And here's the affirmation to say to help clear it all. I now choose to release and transmute any and all guilt that I have with allowing myself the necessary time for self-care in any way. I am free from any unnecessary guilt in all aspects of my life. So enjoy a shitting rainbows kind of day. And this is where I've ended up. 50 years old, in pigtails, telling you to release your guilt and have a shitting rainbow kind of day. Welcome to me. All right, I cracked myself up. So if I crack you up too, great. I hope you have a blessed day. Remember to like, comment, and share. And subscribe. That's the one for YouTube. Okay, as you watch the videos as we go along, I think I've recorded enough for today. But as you go along with the videos, know that, yeah, you'll get to know me. I'll bring in different aspects of what's happening in the present time, in the present consciousness. I'll bring in some lightheartedness and tell you that, you know, this is full of shit if necessary. And I hope YouTube doesn't censor me too much. All right. Thanks heaps for being here. Catch us on the other side. Bye.